So today we are going to work on a little mini me project. So what I have here is I have my background image. I wanted to choose an image that had little different spots where I can add little people into. And then I have a series of images of my daughter that I'm going to shrink down and insert into this photo. With the photos, here, let me just start doing them. With the photos, as you bring them in, they'll start with this X right here. This is asking you if you want to transform it. So, do you want to make it small? Do you want to make it big? What size do you want it? Right now, we're just going to keep it big. So you can either double click on the center of the image or you can hit this checkbox up here. That kind of sets the crop. So now I'm going to go and I'm going to get my quick selection tool. So with the, zoom in a little bit. With the quick selection tool, you can fairly quickly just run over your subject and select her. Now there are a few spots obviously that I over selected. So what you can do is you can hold your Alt key and it actually turns it into like a little minus, and so it'll go back in. So I'm going to pull back in from the sides. And let's see here, it's a little bit down here. I will say it would be much easier to do this with images that are on a solid background. So I suggest you guys actually photograph your images outside, either like on a solid wall or in the studio. But right now I have my person selected, so I'm going to just go down here and I'm going to hit the mask tool. And so that means it's just her. Now another thing that you can do is if your edges are a little uneven, you can go back to where your quick selection is and you can click this select and mask. I like having a smart radius on and boosting it by 1 pixel, and then I like to smooth out my edge a little bit. It'll just help to keep all the edges around smooth. And then you just hit OK. So here it is, and then I'm going to hit my layer mask. So now I have my little girl. Now, is it perfectly done? No. But when I take her and I transform her, which Command T, I'm going to then make her pretty small. And I'm going to fit her right here. I'm going to have her kind of like leaning against this pole because she's kind of leaning there. Let's actually have her lean right here. She had a little crevice right there in her back. So that, double click on it, say yes, this is where I want it to be. So as I zoom in, you can kind of see my placement of hers right here on her back right there. Now there is a little bit of coloring around, so since she's on a mask, you can go in and you can just clean up those areas. So zooming back out to where, now this is the image that you're going to be turning in. It's going to be the full image. So what you're going to do is you're just going to continue to grab images, pull them in nice and big, go through, do a quick selection, select your subject. Once again, selecting in little areas because then it's easier to undo if you get stuck. Let's see here. Once again, I do highly suggest you guys do this with a solid background. It will make your lives a whole lot easier when you're quickly selecting. We do also have like the white and blue backgrounds. So if your subject, or sorry, we have blue and green. So if your subject is wearing white, for instance, you could put them against the blue background. If they're wearing blue, you could put them against the green background or backdrop. So you have a few options there. So quickly selected. Going up here, hit my select and mask, smoothing it out a little bit by 1 pixel. Smooth here. Hit OK. Spot right there. And bringing it back right here. Okay. Masking. Kind of chopped off a tiny bit of her finger. Let's bring her fingers back in. Oops. X. Here you're going to transform it again and make it nice and small. Oop. So I can have it as if she's holding on right there. So once you get it where you want it, make sure you double click or hit this checkbox right here. Set your crop. I think I want this one a little bit bigger. Keep them all roughly about the same size. So then we will just keep pulling them in. This one, she actually is on a little whale because she's adorable, and my husband bought her a whale. So I'm going to actually keep the whole whale in this photo. Now she woke up this morning and she had a whale in her living room. So, okay. So what I would like you guys to do is actually get at least 7 images that you are going to put onto your backdrop. Okay, so once again, selecting the whole image, hitting the mask, making it here, shrink it down. Let's see, where do we want this whale? So just keep going, selecting one at a time, trying to find a place for them in the image. Now, when you get to places like this, if I want part of the whale to go underneath, then I can just take my paintbrush and on my mask, I can just paint right over. So that way it looks like it's coming under this one, and we'll have that it's coming behind this petal. That way it really looks like it fits right in there. So Okay, so once you get here, you're going to actually select your different objects and you're going to move them to where if they need to be moved at all or if they need to be trimmed at all. So this one actually I think would probably be better if she's hanging on right there, because then I can have her legs go behind this leaf right here. So with the paintbrush tool on the mask, I'm actually going to zoom in and I'm going to place her behind, seemingly behind this leaf right here. So once you have a minimum of 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 little miniatures on your picture, you're going to come up here. Now, if I wanted to still work on this, I would go up here and I would hit Save As, and I would save it as a Photoshop file. And we're going to save it on my desktop into let's do mini me. And then once I'm ready to turn this in, I'm going to go up and I'm going to go File, Save As. Oh, it's currently saving as a Photoshop file, so I gotta wait till that's done. And then I'm gonna go File, Save As, a JPEG. And since this is the one I'm turning in, I'm renaming it Maligue Mini. Okay. I look forward to seeing all of yours. Have a good day.